Hello everyone. This video is going to be very different than what you normally see on my channel. Usually I'm recording my computer screen because I teach all things digital. Well, the reason that I'm not recording my computer screen today is because this video is about something that is not digital. This is about a planner, and it's about a planner kit that I've developed. It's a DIY planner, and it has everything in it that you could possibly need to make your planner. You have to go out and get the supplies to make it, but it has everything in it that you will put inside your planner. And in this video, I'm going to show you all the suggestions, all my trial and error, all the things that I discovered along the way in making this planner kit for you. Just a note on this being a traditional paper planner. I am a digital planner. Many years ago, I think back in 2008, 2009, I developed a digital planner. And then when the iPad came out in 2009, I have been completely paperless ever since then. So that is how I've been planning up until now. And my digital planner is available in the store. But I get emails almost every day, at least 2 or 3 emails a day, asking me to please make a planner that is printable because my digital planner is not printable. And real quick, I'm just going to show you my digital planner so that you can see. And I'm using my big iPad, my iPad 4, to show you. I actually have a mini, and then I've got an iPhone, and then I've got the iPad 4. Which is, my iPad 4 is my favorite, but it's slower. It's the slowest of all my products that I have. And, but I like it the best because I like the size of it. Let me lock the orientation. Okay, so this is my iPad, and this is my planner on my iPad. There's 3 digital planners in the store. And one is horizontal, week at a glance, one is vertical, week at a glance, and then there's one that is day per page. So you have a whole page for every day. My planner, the one that I'm using, I've actually converted over from the daily page per day to the week, vertical week. And I'll just show you that. So this is this week on my digital planner. It's called the iPlanner, and this planner works just like a regular paper planner, which is why I love it so much. I still have all the choices of my ink. I have all the thickness, the different thicknesses, which I can customize that. I have all the highlighters. I have stickers. Whoops. I have tons and tons of stickers that I use on the digital planner. I can navigate through the planner. Let's say I want to go to September 17th, and like I said, my iPad 4 is kind of slow. My mini is just like lightning speed. So here I am on the week of the 13th. I can go to November real fast if I need to, and I can go to the week of the 13th. And so that's how you navigate the iPlanner. And then if I want to write on my planner, or inking I call it, I just zoom in, and let's see, I think I want to write in blue. And that's how I write on my planner. So you can see that I have the best of all worlds here with my digital planner because I can use stickers. I have the perfect planner layout. I can ink in any color. I can highlight. I can add extra note pages if I want to. I also have, let's go back to my August. I also have customized sections here at the top where I have a section for tasks, a section for my food journal, my meal planner, budget section, vision boards, and then this last section I use for church notes and Bible study and things like that. I keep track of the weather every day with weather stickers. Last week was my birthday, so I just stickered it up with birthday stickers and the different activities. I have chore stickers. My iPad is not focusing. There we go. I have chore stickers, clean out the refrigerator, vacuum, take out the trash, wash the dog, and of course I can check them off as I go. And so that is my real planner. So not to scare anybody that has been watching my videos, or if you're a student of mine or a customer of mine, I am still a digital planner. But since I've been asked so many times to please make a planner that is printable, I've gone ahead and made one, and it's a complete kit. You have the covers that you can print off. It's a template actually, and we're gonna talk about covers and everything that I've discovered in making this planner. But before I take you through the tour of this planner, I want to talk about the giveaway. I have an awesome giveaway, and I'm going to show you what it is at the end of this video, so you'll either have to watch the whole video or fast forward to the end to see what the giveaway is, and all the details for the giveaway is in the description below. All right, so let's get on with the tour of this planner. Now, like I said, I have made all the mistakes. I have gone through reams of paper in testing and cardstock. I've just tested everything. I've purchased every kind of disc bound and spiral bound and hole punch that you can imagine in developing this DIY planner kit. Now, this planner kit is a little flexible in how you want to bind it. My favorite size of planners is the 9-inch, 9 by 8, somewhere around that. I just like the feel of that size. It's just the perfect size for me. And most spiral bound purchasable planners that you order, like the plum paper planner, I think the Life Planner, the Erin Condren, the Happy Planner, they're about this size. And in all my research, and I did research all of those planners that I just named along with a few others, and I found my favorite and my happy medium, but there was something lacking in every single one of them that I wanted to put in this planner. So this is totally customizable. You can make it to your style to fit your needs. It's just in time for back to school. Whether you're a student or a teacher, this is going to be perfect, because the way I made this planner is like I said, you can customize it, you can add and you can take away. So if you're a teacher, you can add a lesson planning section. If you're a student, you can add your classes section, and so on. Okay, so one of the things that I didn't like about a spiral bound planner was that you can't customize. You can't add, or if you do, it's a little inconvenient to add and take away from. And if you wanted to rearrange your pages or your months, or add a month in the back and take out the month that's already passed, it's a little cumbersome. So that's why I decided that I wanted my planner to be disc bound. I've tested a lot of discs. One of the planners that I actually tested was the Happy Planner, and I loved that it was disc bound. I really liked that. The Happy Planner comes with 1¼ inch discs, and you can also expand that. They sell 1¾ inch discs. So you can purchase the 1¾ inch discs from Me and My Big Ideas. That's who makes the Happy Planner. But you can't purchase the 1¼ inch discs unless you buy their planner. So I went further as far as researching and testing, and I found there are a lot of Circa discs online that you can buy in an array of colors. And one of the ones that I wanted really bad were the aluminum discs. I just thought they were just so pretty. They looked kind of like polished nickel, but they were $24 for a set of 9. That's what some planners cost. So I didn't go with the Circas, but I did find in my local Staples the ARC discs. The ARC discs come also in an array of colors, but not the aluminum. I couldn't find the aluminum. And also a variety of sizes. They have a 3/4 inch, I believe, a 1 inch. This is a 1½ inch, and they have a 2 inch. And then like I said, they've got color, all different colors. I purchased the Me and My Big Ideas discs in pink, and I also purchased some gold ones, which I'll show you here in a minute because they're actually in a planner. And then these are the 1½ inch arcs, and then these are the 1½ inch arcs. And these are the leftover from the arc because the arcs come 12 to a pack. The Me and My Big Idea discs come 9 to a pack because the Happy Planner has 9 because of the size. The size is about 9½ inches, I believe, in length, and so they have the 9 to a pack. With the arcs, you can purchase their fillers, and their fillers come a regular 8½ by 11, which would take the full 12, and they also come in half size. So if you cut an 8½ by 11 in half. All right, so that is it on the arcs or the discs. And now let's talk about covers. I actually laminated some and tested laminating them and also punching them with the arc punch, and I'm going to show you the arc punch here in a minute. I didn't really like the laminated covers because when you laminate, you have to have kind of a lip here on the edge all the way around your paper, which is fine. It doesn't look bad here, but when you arc it, when you punch it here, it just kind of takes a nib off of the paper that's inside the laminate, and it just didn't look good right here. It just looked very cheesy to me. So I went researching a couple different ways, and one of my favorite ways that I found, and I've actually seen planners, ready-made planners like this, where they have this extra plastic, extra thick textured plastic. And I actually found this. I found some folders at Office Max that were like this, and I just cut them down and punched them. And then what I did was I took cardstock or craft paper, and I cut it out to size, and I arced it also. And something that I did with the covers, now I didn't do this with the tab pages, and I didn't do it with my regular insert pages, but I did think that the cover looks more attractive if you curve the edge. And I found a curve punch at Hobby Lobby, and I think it was like $6, and basically all you do is you put your sheet in here and you punch it, and it just takes that point off of the edge. And I actually did it to this really thick plastic as well. So Hobby Lobby is where I got this. There were 2 different sizes. I don't even know what size this one. I don't even know what size I ended up getting. The pink one. I got it because it was pink. So that's it for the punch. There was one other one. It was black and it made a wider, more of a curve. This is a more of a pointier curve, maybe a 1/4 inch curve. So that's that little nifty thing. I don't know where else you could get them. Like I said, I got this one at Hobby Lobby. Okay, so now about punches. I have got the big Mama Jama arc punch, and it's really easy to use. You slide your paper in here. There's a slider. You probably can't, well, maybe you can see it. Let's see if I can put it. This slider right here, I have it exactly where I want it, so I don't want to slide it back and forth, but you can adjust where your paper butts up against it. And as you can see, I've got this slider where it cuts off that last punch, and then this punch doesn't punch my paper because my paper is like 9 1/4 in here, so it only punches these 9 in the middle here. It's real easy. You can punch 8 or 9 sheets, and you just slide it in there, and then you just push this down. So it's really easy. It has something on here so that you can lock it so that it's more compact. One of the things that I don't like about this punch is you can't push your pages back in far enough to get a nice deep stem on your sheet. And I'll just show you what I'm talking about. Let's just take this one out. Here you can see this stem is pretty long, but on the arc, it's not, on that arc punch, it's not that long. It's because you can't push your paper back any further to get a nice big long stem. So what I've done is, one, I created a template for my silhouette that will cut all these out with a nice deep stem. That's one thing, and of course if you don't have a silhouette, there's another option. This is another punch. It's also made by ARC. It's that other punch that I showed you is like $40 at Staples. I got this at Staples also, and this is about $13 or $14. But the only thing, it will only punch 1 sheet, or 1 or 2, and it will also punch cardstock really nice, but it won't punch laminate, and it won't punch like this heavy plastic that I use for the cover. So that's what I have to use the big ARC for, are really heavy things. But as far as my inserts and my tab dividers and my covers, those need, I feel like, a little longer stem on them. So I like to use this punch for it, or this template that I made for the silhouette. And by the way, the kit also comes with all the silhouette files. Just in case you have a silhouette, you can use those files to make your DIY planner. What I've done with this punch is I put a sticky note so that I have my center, and then I've also put like a, I don't know if you could see it because of the glare, my filming studio is not very advanced because, like I said, I usually film my computer screen. I don't really film videos like this. But what I've done is I made a small mark here with a Sharpie, permanent marker, so that I can line my paper up right there. And then of course I have my center mark here. And then something else is, this is made for you to put your page up underneath. But what I do with this one is I put it on top of this plastic so I can push my page back a little bit further onto the punch, because if it was tucked up in under here, you can only push it back so far. But if I put it on top, I can push back a little bit further, and that's what results in a little longer stems as well. So that's one of the reasons that I like this little punch, is because I can get longer stems. Okay, so that's it on punches and covers and discs. As I come into my planner, I have another hard or thick plastic sheet that I cut to use as a dashboard, and I just have for now, some paper clips and sticky notes that I'm going to use in my planner. Now, I was so anxious to record this video that I haven't labeled my tabs yet. I plan to label my tabs with a scallop label. It's going to be like a white sticker, and it's a scallop that I made in my silhouette that also comes with the kit. And so it's just going to be like a little scallop label with the month printed on it, and I'm going to stick that onto the planner, or onto the tabs. Let me just turn and show you the tab. And then what I'm going to do is I'll reinforce the tab with some packing tape or shipping tape. The reason that I'm going to do this is to reinforce, of course, the tabs. I could laminate these tab sheets if I wanted to, but that would add thickness to my planner, and I don't want to add thickness to it. So I found, and I've already tested this on another planner. I've actually made 3 of them. So I have tested this already, and it works perfectly, because the width of this roll is 2 inches, and it fits perfectly over the tabs. So after I put my label, I'm going to put the packing tape over it. So I'll just cut off probably maybe an inch and a half sheets, or inch and a half lengths, and then just wrap front and back of my tabs. Now, I made my tabs out of double-sided craft paper cardstock. This is by the company DCWV, and it's actually a project book. It actually comes with some templates here in the back, but I got it because it's double-sided paper, and so that way I didn't have to put 2 sheets of cardstock together, so that the back side has a print on it as well as the front. Of course, you're limited to what they've chose to put on the back sides, and it's pretty thick. It's not too thick, but it's, it's pretty got some body to it, as far as for using it for a tab in your planner. So that's what I used for the tabs. The kit comes with a template for you to cut out these sheets with the tab on it, and it's 2 sets. One comes without the punch on it, and that's for those of you that are going to cut these out by hand and then put this in your punch, or use a regular hole punch, which you can certainly do. You can use a regular round hole punch. You can mark all your punches and then punch each one individually, and then with your scissors just cut these slits. And I guess they're about a 1/16 of an inch apart, and you would center it. And I've also tested that, because the laminated covers that I had made, I did a regular hole punch with those, because I just didn't like how the arc punch punched them. Like I said, I thought it looked bad here along the side. So I did with a regular punch. I marked it, and then I punched it, and then I cut with scissors these slits, and it worked fine. So you can use a regular hole punch to punch these for using them with your disc. And see, they just go in real nice, just like that. All right, so another thing that comes with the kit is a template to make these folder inserts. Now, I did not make this one. This one I actually bought from Me and My Big Ideas. It comes five or six to a pack. I think they're about $10, maybe $14. I don't remember exactly. But if you don't want to be limited to their color choices, then there is a template included inside the kit, the DIY planner kit. One of the things that you're going to need in order to make these folders is a sheet big enough to make this pocket. Let me just center this a little bit better. Okay. Because the pocket actually is just one solid sheet that angles, and it folds over one card cutout, or one card. It's actually two pieces. Sorry, I'm not explaining this very well. It's two pieces. It's this piece, this rectangle cut out and punched, and then this is the other piece. And it angles up and comes to a point when it's laying flat, and then of course you fold it in half and you slide it on here, and then of course you're going to tape this side and this side. And the tape that I used is just one of these that you just kind of roll it on. And also this top part folds in. So I just rolled it on here, and I rolled it on here, and I stuck it, and then I folded it, turned it over and folded this over, and then rolled it here and here, and then stuck it on. And the ones that I made, that I don't have them here before me because I've already given them away, but they held up really nice thick plastic. So like I said, you need something wide enough that's about 14 inches for this cut. And what I used were file folders, just folders that you would keep, you know, file papers in your filing cabinet. And they come in prints at Target. Office Max has some. I've seen some on Amazon as well. So, you know, then you've got more of a variety as far as this goes. Now, you could probably, if you wanted to use like regular craft paper, you could probably do this in two pieces, but then you don't have the advantage of coming all the way over to the edge. You would have to tape this. So that's why it's a good idea to have something wide enough to go across. So that's it on the dividers. And now for the insert. I've named this Key Life Planner. I started originally to name my digital planner Key Life, but then since everything on my website starts with an I call it the iPlanner. I'm calling it Key Life because a lot of my Project Life stuff from Keynote is going to go into this planner. So that's the little background on the name. One of the things that I've done with the cover sheet is I've left plenty of room if you wanted to washi tape and border this and decorate it. You can also put a sticker here if you want. There's some real faint lines so that you can write your information in case you ever lose your planner and somebody finds it, they can get in touch with you and return it to you. I've gone very minimalistic on color in this printout. The reason that I've done that is because so many of you decorate your pages with colors and stickers and washi, and this way you're not limited to what colors you want to do on your spreads from week to week. Also, it saves on ink. I've actually printed and constructed 3 of these already on my home printer, which is an HP 8600 Pro, and it prints double-sided, and there's about 240 pages, and that's front and back. So really what you have is 120 pages, but it's printing the front and the back of all of them. And I've gone real light with the ink. I've used gray, very light grays. That way you save on printer ink. And if you wanted to take them to a printer and have them printed out at the printer, it's also less expensive, because I believe most like Office Max and Office Depot and Staples, places like that, charge 2 or 3 cents a sheet. So it would be per side. So it would be about 6 cents per sheet. And then in color shoots up to like 13 to 16 cents a sheet, because I've called all around and I've asked, and I'm like, no, not doing color, because that's just way too expensive. Your planner would end up being $100 just to print it, or something like that, you know, to print all these sheets. So those are the reasons. And then there's one other reason. I have a lot of guy customers, and they've already made comments that my planners are a little too girly for them, but you know, they're dealing with it. So now the guys can print these out and no one would ever know that a woman made them. So that's another reason that I've gone really neutral and minimalistic. They print out, of course, on 8.5 by 11. And I used 32-pound weight paper. The reason that I use 32-pound weight is that you don't get that ghosting. You don't see the numbers, the darker numbers that are on the other side. And then when you write on your days, you don't see your writing when you're over on the other side. So that's why I use the 32-pound. Of course, you know, you're free to use whatever weight you want. This is your DIY planner. So I'm just telling you the things that I have found and what I've come to and why. Also, with this file, you can leave it at 8.5 by 11. If you want your planner to be an 8.5 by 11, it's perfect for that. And you can put it in a spiral bound notebook, or you can get it bound at Office Max or Staples or Home Depot, or Office Depot, sorry. Or you can put it in a regular 3-ring binder, and all you have to do is put 3 holes in it and you're all set. And then, you know, there's plenty of room in the margins for washi and stickers and sticky notes, and so you can just use it like that without even cutting it. But like I mentioned earlier, I really love the size of this planner and most of the spiral bound planners. They're about 9.5 or 9.25 by 7.5, and I love that size. So what I've done is I've centered this in the middle, and it prints out just like this. And then all you have to do to make it this size is cut it down. You actually cut 3/4 of an inch off this side, 3/4 of an inch off this side, 7/8 of an inch off this side, and then 7/8 of an inch off this side. Or top and bottom gets 7/8 of an inch, and then left and right side gets 3/4 of an inch on each side. And I actually, to cut mine, I cut them 3 or 4 at a time using my cutting mat and my rotary cutter and my clear 5-inch ruler. And that's actually something that I use in my workroom for sewing when I make welt and quilts and things like that. But it works wonderfully for paper. You can also, I cut one out when I went to Office Max, and they've got help yourself cutters, and they actually let me mark with a Sharpie all the cutting that I needed to do. And so I marked it so that all I had to do was put it in the cutter, swipe, turn it, swipe, turn it, swipe, and then turn it and swipe. And so I actually cut out a whole planner that way, and I think it let me cut 5 sheets at a time, and it only took me about 20 minutes to do. So that's my take on cutting. But like I said, you don't have to cut it at all. You can just leave it just like this if you want to put it in a regular 3-ring binder. There's so many different ones that you can buy, and that would eliminate all the cover nonsense and the hole punching and the disc buying, doing it that way. So totally customizable. Let's see. Okay, so let me just show you what's inside the printout now. All right, so you have your cover sheet that says Key Life Planner. You can put your name, you can decorate, you can do all that. The following page has 2015 and 2016 at a glance. This is an 18-month planner. It starts July 2015 and it goes on to December of 2016. So you have 2 years at a glance here, and then the next page you have 2 years to put your goals down for each month. You can list your goals that you're going to use for the upcoming year, which is a practice that I highly recommend because you're more prone to get it done if you put it down. There was somebody made the comment, I don't know where I saw it on social media, somewhere, that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And I am a firm believer on that. I have always planned, I've always made lists, no matter how I did it, whether I used my iPad or a pad of paper or a spiral notebook. I have always planned, and I plan in advance. I've never planned a year in advance. I'm just now getting into that. I usually plan monthly, and I'm in the habit of doing that. But now I'm seeing the advantage, because I feel like yesterday it was Christmas, and here we are in the beginning of August already, and school is starting back. Before you know it, we're going to be decorating our Christmas tree again, and it was just like yesterday I took mine down. So planning like this, planning your vacation, plotting your goals. I develop products for my website, digital products, and now I'm going to be developing products for this planner. I have a whole list of stickers that I plan to make. So what I plan to do is put down every product, however many products I can do per month, realistically, I'm going to put down in advance so that I know exactly when I'm doing that. At the same time, I'm also going to set my goals for my YouTube channel and my goals for my blog page. So things like that are all going to go here in advance, and I am going to have 2016 totally planned out before 2016 even starts. And this is a great time to do this, to get into the practice, so that once 2016 comes around, you've got your system in place and your plan in place. Okay, so that's what that spot is for. And then of course I backed this just to not have a blank page. I backed it with lines in case you need to make some notes or write down some ideas or just whatever. And then the next page is a perpetual planner. This is for things that are permanent, things that don't change, such as birthdays, anniversaries, things like that. And that way you can fill your blocks with that. The date is on the side, the month is across the top, and on the back you have the second half of the year. And then that way when you move from 2016 to 2017, you can just tear this out and put it in your following year planner without having to rewrite it. Okay, and then of course now we're going to start the sections. Every section starts with a note page, and then you have your month at a glance, and again, very minimalistic, very light colors so that you can sticker it up, washi it up, stamp it up, and use your own colors. And then you've got your weeks at a glance. I've divided them into 3 spaces, consistent with your Erin Condren. I believe the Happy Planner is like this as well. Most of the spiral bound planners have the 3 spaces. Mine I'm using for my digitally speaking, and I do this with my digital planner on my iPad as well. So I've got digitally speaking up here, I've got everything custom, which is my drapery workroom here, and then all my personal stuff goes down here. And what I'm doing with my real planner, this is going to be my real planner too, but it's going to be more of a memory keeper. I'm going to be doing more decorating with it than I do on my other planner that's on my iPad. But what I do is I list everything here on the left that I want to do this month. And of course I would do that with a sticker or a sticky note. And then when I plan my week, I will stick it on the days after I fill in the places that have times attached to them that, you know, are already written in stone, where I'm meeting people or I'm calling people, anything that has been planned at a specific time. That goes down first, and then the things that I need to do, which are usually tasks or jobs or projects, things like that, then I will fill in these other spaces with the things that are here. And anything that doesn't get done that's still here by the end of the week, I will carry over and stick them on here, and then of course add more. That's another use that you can use this front page for. You can use it for your master task list for the month. So I actually have a master task list that has everything that pops into my head that I could dream of doing or have to do, and that list is actually in my Evernote. I draw from that on a monthly basis and put what I'm going to handle, what I can do in that month, on a task list for the month. And then I draw from that monthly list into my individual weeks, and then from that to the days. And that just works. That just sifts through my tasks, and I get them done without a lot of effort either. Once they're planned like that, it doesn't seem like it's a lot of work, and it eliminates procrastination. You would be very surprised how much it eliminates procrastinating, because when you see it on your planner and it's already been put there, it's almost like having a secretary that is telling you what to do and when to do it, you know, because they're planning it all for you. So that's what I love about planning and a planner. So like I said, you know, you've got all the weeks at a glance. You've got your month at a glance here. You've got a note section here. You can do your sections this way however you want, morning, noon, and night, which is I think what the Erin Condren has, morning, noon, and night. You can do that, but like I said, I'm doing mine a little bit different. And then of course the end of the month you're back again with another page for notes, and it's blank so that you can decide what you want to do with these. This could be your bullet journal. This could be your brain dump. This could be something that you put your reserved stickers or sticky notes on. It's up to you how you want to use these note pages, and that's why I left them blank, but I did line them. Another thing about my lines, I made the lines very, very narrow, if you can see that, if it's focusing good. The reason I did this is because I like to write really small and I like a lot of lines, but I made them narrow enough. For those of you that like to write big, you can use 2 lines. I like to use 1 and skip 1. So that's how I write on this paper. Oh, and something else I want to point out is I've also put lines inside the cells for the days. My handwriting is terrible, and I can't write on a straight line to save my life. So, and then it starts looking really sloppy, and so I've lined all the cells for my benefit. So I hope some of you like that feature as well. Okay, so like I said, there's 18 months in the planner. One other thing I want to mention is if the month ends in the middle of the week, the rest of the week is carried over to the following month. And I was consistent with that throughout the whole planner so that you don't have to think where that day ended up. So if you're looking for the 31st of August or the 31st of July, if it ended in the middle of the week, it's going to be behind the August tab. And I did that consistently throughout the whole planner. I found that with some of the planners that I tested and looked at, that they are not consistent. If the week ends in the first half, it's on behind the other tab. If it ends in the second half of the week, then it's behind the following month's tab. And I found myself having to flip back and forth to find the end of the month because it wasn't consistent. So I made it consistent in this planner. I haven't labeled my tabs yet, of course, but every month fill is the same. I'm flipping to the back because I want to show you what I have in the back. Something else that's included with the kit is blank lined paper, front and back. And I've actually printed out 10 of these so that I can have plenty of paper in my planner. I also cut out and punched blank pages for whatever, who knows, when I'll just need to tear out a blank page. And then also included in the kit is graph paper, front and back. You can print these out and punch them and put some extras in your planner for just whatever. There's 5 squares to an inch. So if you wanted to do a room plan on one of these graph papers, you could. All right, so that's it for the planner. I was fooling around with some elastic, some printed elastic, to see if I wanted to use it to wrap my planner, and I don't. I've decided I don't. It's very manageable, just like this, and so I'm just going to leave it like this. I don't need it to clasp in any way or close up in any way. One more thing I thought I could show you is I made this little bookmark on my silhouette. I printed, or actually I cut out two of these, and then I backed them together with this tape right here, and then just made a bookmark just to mark my day. And then here I've been playing with some stickers. Actually, I'm testing stickers, and I'm testing sticker paper. This is some re-stickable, and every day I kind of try to peel it off and push it back on to see when it becomes permanent, so that I know how many times I can pull it up. So I test very extensively. If there's anything that I tell you in any of my videos, believe me, I have tried it and I have tested it, and I have gone the mile to see how it works out. So this is the Key Life Planner, the DIY planner, totally customizable. And now let me show you what I'm doing for the giveaway. Please forgive me, there's going to be a little bit of glare at first. This is what I'm giving away for the giveaway. This, like I mentioned before, I made, that glare, I made 3 planners, and I don't need 3 planners. I already have one on my iPad. I gave one away for testing, somebody that's going to use it to test it and let me know what I need to fix or not fix or make better or whatever. And then I have the one that I'm going to use, and then this one. And this one was actually made with the Me and My Big Ideas craft paper book. Let me just show you that book real quick. This book comes with 48 sheets, and I made all the dividers and the covers and everything with this book. So yeah, I made this whole planner, and then I actually use the Me and My Big Idea rings. So the rings are 1 3/4. They're the expanded rings, because you can't buy the originals, you can only buy the expanded. And I did this cover, this was another test, and I was testing material out for the covers, and this cover I made out of presentation plastic. You buy them in sheets, and you do your presentation, and you slip it into these as kind of a protective cover. And I really love this. I like it even better than the one that's on my planner. But the only thing is it's slippery. So when you get this planner, whoever the lucky winner is, you can decide to keep this, or you can laminate this. So it's up to you. So this planner comes with one folder pocket and a couple sheets of stickers, just some flag stickers, and I made these, and these I've actually made several sheets and several colors. That's one of the next project that's in the testing stages. And let's see, okay, so here is the first page, just like what we looked at in my planner, but the tabs on these have been reinforced and labeled. The way I labeled these was clear label sheets, and I stuck those on, and then I reinforced the tabs with the packing paper. So each divider is labeled, and they're all different. The paper is not two-sided, so you just have the design on one side. The other side, what I did, let me move this over. What I did on the other side is I put graph paper, I printed graph lines on there so that it won't go to waste and it won't be blank. I just think the blank just looks kind of cheesy. So you can write on this if you want or not. And then the inserts all made and in there. And it's exactly like what I showed you in mine. And every divider is different. There are no two are the same. So if you decide in 2017 that you want to use the this planner, all you would have to do is print out the inserts, because the tabs will stay the same, and they won't. Or you might decide that you want several sets of tabs. Let's see, I want to just go and show you what's in the back. I've also made an extra tab divider for a section that has extra paper. And there's lined, and there's graph paper. And then you have your cover, your back cover, and then, I can't grab this sheet, and then the clear shiny sheet. Like I said, I like these better because they're so clear and shiny, and you can just really see through, and you can really see this glitter on the cover, but it's slippery. If you're going to be pulling it in and out of your bag, it's going to slip and slide like this. And that's one of the reasons, one of the things I tested, and one of the reasons that I decided that I wasn't going to use it. And I was very disappointed, because this was actually my favorite till I carried my planner around for one day or one errand trip. And I had it with me just to see how it would handle while I was out, and it was just too slippery. So it's up to you. You can decide if you want to keep this, or if you want to do the thicker plastic, or if you want to laminate this. It's your choice, and that's what this kit is all about. It's all about customizing to the way you like it and the way you work. So good luck, everyone. The details for the giveaway is in the description, and the link to the giveaway is in the description. And again, good luck to the lucky winner. I think the giveaway goes for, I don't know if it's 7 or 10 days, sorry. And I don't want to hold up the video to look it up, but you have plenty of time. And I'm really excited about this. This is the first time I've ever done a giveaway, and this is kind of very personal to me because I made this with love and with my own 2 hands. Until the next video, bye everyone.